Do you think there would have been this much activity and flurry of gathering this intel if the White House was confident that Mrs. Clinton was ultimately going to win? I mean, you heard Catherine Herridge say there that this is highly unusual, that it would be disseminated in the way that it was. Normally, it would have been done privately and with a very select group of people.
Well, a couple points here. First, the reason that not just Obama White House officials, but career, nonpartisan intelligence officials felt it was important to put this information out publicly, some of the information out, was because what the Russians had done in our election was so unprecedented, and that the American people have a right to know what the investigation looks like and what evidence we have. But, you know, I've talked to a lot of career, again, nonpartisan former colleagues in the intelligence community over the past few days about some of these issues. They felt that it was important, given how severe this interference in our election was by a hostile foreign power, to investigate it, to put the evidence together. And all you have to do is look at the reporting on Jeff Sessions over the past 24 hours to know that there are a lot of unanswered questions here. That's why you're going to see more calls for investigations. And I think that's why this is probably the tipping point for getting a special prosecutor.
Well, the FBI has been investigating for months. I mean, more than a year. Those investigations were already underway. They were fully, in process. So why did the White House feel it's so necessary to make sure this information was pushed out more publicly and to a broader audience and to more people? Was there not confidence that the FBI had this under control?
Well, I think we need to put this into the broader context, that the White House and the career officials in charge of our nation's security did feel like it was important, once we had a unified intelligence assessment, to tell the American people that the Russian government had purposefully undertaken steps to influence our election. That's a really big deal, and that's something that I think most voters in this country should believe they should know. So obviously, the sensitive sources and methods of how we know this are not disseminated that widely. They're not disseminated to most people in the intelligence community, quite frankly. But the assessment is so vital to a key part of our democracy in this country that it's not surprising that a lot of people who are in charge of our security felt that it was important to document this and to investigate this.